Hello, Pisces. As I was praying over the cards, I kept singing that Kesha song, Spaceship, in my head. And Kesha's a Pisces too. I was channeling Kesha through your readings. And in her song Spaceship, she says that there's too much pain in the world, that reality is just too sad, too depressing. There's so much like war and pain and even like overwhelming beauty sometimes. And it can be just too much. So she's ready for her spaceship to come and actually you get two. She's ready for her spaceship to come and beam her up, Scotty. She's ready for I guess, abduction. She's ready to go back with her people, basically, because she doesn't belong here. She feels too much. So I feel like that's a very Pisces song, Whoa! We'll give you this one, but let's look at Athena from the angels. Athena says, "It is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. Azure says, your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it to happen." Adriana says, "I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow these steps. I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams." Let me repeat that one more time for more clarity. Adriana says, I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. Okay. So it looks like some good, powerful stuff ahead. That's a great way to start off a reading, Pisces. But I wanted to say that in that spaceship song, Kesha says that she doesn't believe, or she doesn't care if you don't believe in aliens or in, UFOs or anything. She believes, and she believes that it's going to carry her away. So I was thinking about Pisces and imagination, how they're really good at, dreaming up all these things, and how all of their imaginations are a way to heal the, hellscape of reality, Like, if there's too much pain, Pisces should, drown themselves in art or something. So, that leads me to my assignment for you, Pisces, because I feel like now would be a good time to escape into another world. And, if you feel so called to do so, I would suggest muting this video and kind of seeing what images you see and taking notes from that. And then if you have the time, I know they're long videos, but if you have the time, going back and comparing notes, kind of like to test your intuition, because Pisces are very intuitive, So to test to see if what you felt from the cards matched up from my reading. And definitely if you read tarot cards, I would suggest doing this too. But I think it would be a really good initiator for your imagination to work through anything, work through any pain, work through any grief or loss. And I feel like it will strengthen your intuition, which you're already good at anyway. And I look forward to hearing in the seeing in the comments what you guys came up with. Alternatively, maybe you guys can just listen to me, and if you're more on the artsy end, maybe just listen to me and sketch something or paint something. I'll try to be as clear as possible in my descriptions of these cards. But in any case, I feel like this is going to be an exercise in your imagination, and I look forward to seeing what we can co-create together. I was thinking of my friend Trey. Ooh, angels. I was thinking of my friend Trey and the prayers and the shuffling. And he used to have these stories. He's a Pisces. It says right direction and willpower. I love that. I love that, Pisces. But he used to have these crazy stories about, like, monkeys in his bathroom and, like, wild stuff. And whenever I first met him, I thought he was making that stuff up. But it just turns out that the imagination of Pisces, like, they find a way to... because later on, his siblings corroborated the story, so he wasn't lying. He just has a way of looking at reality in a very imaginative way, like in a different way than others would. And I like that about Pisces. Spirit, 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 please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God. Please protect us from all who seek to do us harm. Please give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all Pisces and all of those who love Pisces. We have the Hermit, Four of Cups reversed, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so you might be going on an internal journey, and I think throughout this process you are realizing what all you're grateful for and what all you have, and it's a step in the right direction. You may seem like you're cut off from everyone right now, but it's this internal process of processing nightmares and processing all the things you love in your life, you know? And it's in the right direction, and it's part of, like, you're determined to sort through all this mess, all this mess on your own. The Hermit is a man who is carrying a lantern, and he has a butterfly in front of him. He's carrying a lantern, and he is walking through the desert, through the cold, through the night. And he doesn't know where he's going. He is sort of wandering around this desert, wandering in this really desolate place, this mysterious place, and all he has is the light from his lantern. And the light from his lantern is like his inner knowing, his inner light. I mean, he has the moonlight, so moonlight can symbolize intuition. So he has an internal compass of where he's going, but he also has a light ahead of him, a light within him, a light from him. And it can be a very transformative journey because we have this butterfly. So, you know, this hermit may be going through a process of getting into a cocoon, crystallizing, and then emerging as a butterfly. But it is a very singular journey. It is a very personal journey, a very internal journey that one faces with the Hermit. And during this process, I think part of the light that's guiding you is angels, our angels around you. So that's lovely. I'm glad angels are surrounding you and protecting you. If you look, there's this stone. I wish they had the names of the stones like on the cards. I'm not going to look it up in the book for you. Sorry, Pisces. But there's a white stone, so maybe perhaps this hermit is carrying this white stone, this like angel stone in his pocket, and that's a force that's driving him. That's a force that's carrying him. That's a source of faith that is getting him through this long, cold, dark night. And next we have right direction with a constellation. Again, I wish they put the name of the constellations on the cards. But we have with a constellation and the Four of Cups reversed. And when the Four of Cups is upright, it speaks of someone, in this particular deck, I look at it as someone meditating on what they've had in the past, meditating on new offers coming in, and just sort of going one by one and seeing how they feel about each cup, you know, seeing which cup brings them more emotional fulfillment, which cup brings them more joy, and they're really focused on having the biggest cup, having the most emotional fulfillment. And so it's this daydream meditation type of card. Whenever it's reversed, you know, upright in the Rider-Waite deck, the Four of Cups is a stingy butt card. Like, it's someone who's not happy with a cup that is being offered from the sky. It's the hand of God offering a cup from the sky. And there's a boy sitting under a tree, and he's in this beautiful pasture. He has a picnic in front of him, and he's just sulking, like, that's not good enough. And he has 3 other cups in front of him. They're not good enough. So when it's reversed, you can talk about gratitude. Perhaps there is perhaps you have narrowed down what you have found the cup that satisfies you the most, and you're moving in the right direction. And it's a result of going on this path as the Hermit. So you're moving in the right direction, you're finding gratitude, you're finding the one thing that fulfills you the most, but there's still some anxieties. And I think you know that these anxieties are illusions because you have willpower attached to it. So it's like you're willing yourself to move through these nightmares. The Nine of Swords, in this particular deck, it shows a woman crying, and over her are 9 swords going in opposite directions and coming down on her. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck, it is someone who is staying up in bed all night. So it's sleepless nights, it's nightmares, it's not having good sleep. So you might not be having good sleep right now, and that might be the time when, like, the best time to go within, the best time to explore internal things within yourself. The best time to go through the long, dark, cold night is whenever you wake up from a nightmare, whenever you get a sleepless night. Then that's the time to evaluate what fulfills you the most. So let's move to our angel. And you have angels on your angel portion. I love when that happens. You have Angel Indriel, and she says, you are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel, upon the world and all of its inhabitants. Cute. This like further reinforces. Maybe you like should see yourself more like an angel. You have angels here, like an angel within you. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. And Pisces are really sweet. Pisces are like very healing and just gentle. Sweeties. Spirit, 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 please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God. Please give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all. For Pisces and all those who love Pisces. Spirit, can you clarify? Thank you. Can you clarify angels, the Hermit, and Angel Indriel for Pisces and all those who love Pisces? One more shuffle. Six of Swords, King of Wands, and the World. Okay, let me think about this. So this internal journey you're on where you're getting in touch with your angels. You're moving away from something, from an old idea. Perhaps, it seems like this long, dark night. But you're moving out of it. And it's interesting, we have Six of Swords can sometimes indicate travel. The first card, the Six of Swords, is a man at a computer desk, and he has masks hanging on his wall and maps. So he could be like booking a plane ticket, because the Six of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite deck is a couple who is moving away on a boat from troubled waters into calmer waters. So This guy might be wanting to move. This guy might be wanting to travel, might be wanting to take a boat trip. But he wants to get away from the current life he has now. And so you know that through this process of going inward and looking within yourself, that it's going to help you move into the world. So it's funny, you have the world and you have like travel. So you definitely might be traveling the world, or at least researching. And in this particular deck, the world is childbirth. So it shows a mom and she's in a hospital room and she's all bloody with a bloody baby who's just born. He's screaming. The medical assistants, nurses, doctors are holding the baby up, and it's a very congratulatory image. You know, it's like, you did it, you brought this baby into the world, you did it, baby, you came out into the world. So you took all this time to process things and make it to the other side, or perhaps that's the journey that you're going on now. And when you're a hermit, you know, you aren't familiar with your surroundings. So travel is unfamiliar territory. It's seeing new places, new cultures, new ideas. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. We have the King of Wands here. And the King of Wands is someone who is very popular and funny and quite the performer, quite the showman. And it's this particular King of Wands is standing in front of Stonehenge. So perhaps you're traveling to Stonehenge. That would be cool. And you have a baby there. Or I also see for some of you perhaps video gaming, like computer games, and maybe you're playing games of fantasy games of Stonehenge, and you might have a birth in the family. Let's see if I get anything else. I wonder what you guys are getting. I really want to know what you guys are seeing in the cards. If you are having a child, then know that angels are surrounding you this time. The world is definitely a lesson. It's definitely graduation. It's definitely completion. So I think this completion is going to be a result of all the hard work you put internally into yourself. Going on, I mean, you might go on a vacation by yourself. That would be cool. Explore the world by yourself. And this makes sense now with the little baby coming out into the world. It's like, he's new, he's fresh, he doesn't know anything. The world is kind of scary, but, you know, babies are also curious and everything is new to them. So you might get a new sense of life by traveling the world. Okay, let's move on to your money, health, and career. Right direction, Four of Cups reversed. So first we have wide open reversed, and we have come together. So let me read both for you. And for the map of the oracle, I like to, can you see both of those? Yeah. For the map of the oracle, I like to read the whole version when it's in reversed, just to give a clearer perspective. So I know it's long reading, but I want you to absorb the message, Pisces. Okay. Wide open says, you are free to express your uniqueness to the world and share in all the bounty of life's endless possibilities. All manner of opportunities are presented to you at this time. The wide open card is a signal that you're able to truly manifest your dreams and that your goals are in sight. Don't remain small and contracted. Instead, expand your horizons beyond what you believe to be your limitations. You have a unique voice that needs to be expressed in the world. The universe is supportive of new ideas and approaches at this time. So speak up and speak out. This card is a sign of the maverick who freely roams the wide open space of possibility. Allow for a greater vision to replace old ideas as you dream of a grander dream. So that is the upright. The reversed version of wide open is envy, jealousy, and possessiveness are the character flaws to be careful of at this time. You or someone else is closed off, unable to remain open to new ideas or intimacy. Heed the gentle warning that too tight a hold on what or who you love or what you aspire to will choke the life out of that which you desire. Open your heart and loosen your grip, for what is truly yours can never be withheld from you. If another is shutting you down, let that person be. Don't try to force a door or a mind to open. So maybe you're looking for a job and trying to like force your way into a job. My parents' advice for applying for jobs was always to keep calling them and bugging them and harassing them. But maybe in your case, if you're on the job hunt and looking for a job, that might not be advised for the particular job you seek. Hold on one second, Pisces. Okay, so let's keep this in mind. And remember, we said you're moving in the right direction, finding what you hold most dear, having gratitude for that. So I think with wide open, you're blocking out, again, the things that hold lesser importance, or that's what the message should be. In its upright, we have a woman standing on the ledge. She's wearing a green dress, red hair, arms open to the sky, and above, she's on a rock, it looks like a sea rock. Perhaps ocean waves are underneath her, and there's a butterfly at the top of the corner, a green butterfly. Much like, what did I say? Oh, there's a butterfly here in the Hermit. Hold on. Holding on too tight. So perhaps you're holding on too tight to a certain outcome, but I think because we have come together here, that regardless, you're going to be led in the right direction, into the right cup, the highest. If you are experiencing some indecision regarding a career choice, the advice is to concentrate solely on that which brings you the most happiness, the most joy, but don't be so attached to how it's going to come to you. Don't be so attached on the outcome of it. Like, pray on something and then let it go so that it can return back. That's the advice I'm getting. Okay, so Pisces, for come together, we have two giraffes kissing. Aww. And as they kiss, a trio of hearts forms above their kiss, and with a crown and a pelican. So or a stork maybe. So this card is reminding me of Joey and Jessica sitting in a tree. Kissing. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes a pelican and a baby carriage. So something like that. Let's see what come together says, come together says, love needs to be shared. Love needs to be expressed. Excuse me. Drawing the come together card is a sign that you're on the path to discover the nature of this emotion in all its forms of expression. Romantic, familial, unconditional, spiritual. In each instance, there is another being involved. Love involves a give and take between you and a significant other, a relative, a friend, an animal, and or spirit. This card assures you that love has come calling and seeks a partner in its dance. Know that you are cherished, unlike a magnet. You are cherished, Like a magnet, you're attracting love into your life. This is the time for harmonious, caring relationships. Awesome! So maybe you're are dealing with some negotiations within a like you're dealing with some different perspectives on one thing at work. Like you're working with a partner, working with clients, working with your boss, whoever, working with coworkers. And there's some differences of opinion. And what I'm hearing is don't be too stubborn about how you want to take things, but be focused on what will make you the happiest. And someone in your environment is going to be a good partner for you. Let's see. Spirit, thank you. Could you give me clarity on the Four of Cups reverse, the right direction, wide open reverse, come together for Pisces and all of those who love Pisces, for their money, career, and health. Money, career, health for Pisces and all of those who love Pisces. Thank you. Ace of Pentacles, really good. Seven of Swords, reversed. And the Nine of Chalices. So, hold on one second. Okay, so you might be presented with a new opportunity. And I feel as though I don't know why the Seven of Swords is reversed, because I feel like it might have something to do with this Four of Cups reversed. But there's this new opportunity. The Ace of Pentacles, see, she's holding keys. It's this redhead woman on a log, sitting on a log, and she is holding the keys to a door, a house behind her, a business behind her. She has the keys to unlock this door. She has she has a resource. So the Ace of Pentacles is like it's like a new house. Maybe you're getting a new house, but it's a new, or leasing a business office or something. I do feel Give me a minute, Pisces. Thank you. If you are buying a new house or wanting to lease business property, be careful that you don't go behind your partner's back and make like cosmetic changes without their approval, is a message I'm getting right now. This is definitely something that you have been hyper focused on, super focused on, and it is coming together, it is coming to fruition. But the Seven of Swords, well, the Seven of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite deck is a man who is stealing 5 swords from a camp. And so it's a very sneaky sword, or a very sneaky card. He's getting away with theft. In this deck, and when in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, whenever it's reversed, the message is transparency to me. So maybe it's becoming more clear that you're aligning to what you want, because we do have the wishes fulfilled card. But because in this deck we have an artist and she's painting the door in front of her, but it looks a little different. It looks a little skewed. Again, it's like imagination. It's art. It's what I had seen for you. So perhaps there's this new opportunity in your career where you can do something that you love and come together with the right people who are going to support your dream. In her painting, this woman, you know, has made an abstract interpretation of this door. So it's looking at reality and seeing something that's kind of stranger than fiction, you know. Something that is a little distorted from what actual reality is, but you can tell it was like inspired by reality. And I feel if you get a little more, I don't want you to say not be imaginative, but maybe share your imaginations with your partners. Like share because this is transparency, so be transparent about your visions. Be transparent about what you want from this new opportunity. And it's not going to be 100% like you might have envisioned. It's going to be a little distorted, a little skewed, but it will be a result of you and your partner's effort. And the 9 of Chalices is a man who is holding up a cup. A waiter is behind him serving another entree because he has a table full of wine and food, and it's a very like eat, drink, and be merry card. His dog is eating off the ground, so it's like celebrating with friends. It's going out drinking, going to have dinner with, you know, a big group of friends. And it can sometimes be like an overindulgence, fat and happy card. But I think in this case, there's going to be this whole partnership, this whole new opportunity, this whole visions coming to light is going to be something to celebrate, be something to eat, drink, and be merry about. I also want to say that it might take a collaborative effort, because we do have the come together card, and eat, drink, and be merry. I'm hearing like make it a fun experience for everyone involved. Like whatever gives you the most joy, share that cup of joy with everyone involved to make it the best thing possible. Cool. Okay, let's move on to love. From Whispers of the Angels, you have embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. And this could be in your personal life. Of course we want romantic, right? Everyone wants to know, like, is this my soulmate? But it can also be in your family relationships. It can be with a child, with a parent, with, you know, a close friend, someone who warms your heart or breaks it or does whatever. Spirit, thank you. Oh, I didn't read the further explanation of embrace your emotions. I'm sorry about that. In embrace your emotions, we see what looks like a child on a unicorn. It's very beautiful. I love this deck. Love the artwork. I think she did like pastels. I'm not really sure what medium she used, but it's just beautiful. So let's see what further information Embrace Your Emotions can say. Embrace Your Emotions goes on to say, feelings and emotions are part of who you are. Allow for yourself to feel what is going on for you. Your feelings signal you to the truth of a situation. Take positive steps to determine why you are feeling the way you feel. And maybe there's a need to assess your feelings because, like, maybe there's, some of you might be avoiding your feelings. You know, it's saying embrace your emotions. But I see the Nightmare card here. The sleepless nights, the anxiety, the worry. So are we blocking out our worry and our anxiety? Let's see. Pisces. Pisces. All those who love Pisces. Knave of Swords. Seven of Wands reversed. And the Tower reversed. Okay. So you may be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. A Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius who is childlike, and they may seem like an old soul. You know, they may seem like very wise and have all this insight that blows you away. They might also be spying on you. This is a kid who is looking over at this man. A very mischievous energy, you know. And they may have, I'm hearing wisdom that is confusing you. Because they're an old soul, they have a different perspective that's perhaps a thought, like it's like a bombarding thought to you. I see this card, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands, I'm feeling like an intrusive energy. It's bombarding, it's intrusive. Because here we see a man who is taking a rock and moving it away from a hole so he can go into the cave. So it reversed. It's like, if you're dealing with anyone who is harassing you online, make sure to report that and stand up for yourself. But, I mean, there's no need to get defensive. You may be a little defensive during this time. If you're experiencing anxiety, you may be on guard. And if you're experiencing anxiety from someone looking over your shoulder, if you're experiencing anxiety from someone who is overstepping your boundaries, then yes, definitely report them, and definitely don't stand for that. The Tower reverse is a really sudden energy, really sudden movement, something coming in really quickly when it's upright. When it's upside down, it is like not being adaptable to change, not it could be like a breakup. It can be, you might be experiencing someone who like can't let something go. Like you dated them, you let go of them, said goodbye, and they're harassing you online. They're coming back into your life like an ex or something, and that's creating anxiety. But I think this is testing your ability to stand up for yourself and to, like, will your way out of the situation. You have this willpower here. You have standing up for yourself. So, and the advice is to honor your emotions, right? The advice is to not feel guilty that this person is invading your turf. I want to clarify. Spirit, Spirit, Spirit. Can you clarify willpower, the Nine of Swords, and embrace your emotions for Pisces and all those who love Pisces? You may also be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Swords reversed. So we have the Nine of Swords upright and the Nine of Swords reversed. So definitely you're coming out of this. And I love this. I love it. Okay. I have to say, make sleep a priority. I think that's going to stabilize your emotions and help you work through, like, your dreams might help you work through some experiences. This person, they could be holding money over you. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is a very abundant person. She is dressed in purple, sitting on her throne with two elves at the side of her who have helped her through thick and thin. And in front of her are all these jewels and coins. Reversed, I see this as a woman who is like somewhat, if you're a male Pisces, you might be dealing with a woman who is kind of a gold digger. Yeah. And this is someone who is spying on you, but it's someone like, it's someone who is not offering any value in return. They're just manipulating the situation so they can get money out of a deal. That sucks, Pisces. But you are moving out of this. And so next we have the Nine of Swords, and in this deck it shows a man who is in a bird cage, and we have two birds in front, like the birds belong in that cage. This man doesn't belong in a cage, right? This man is not a bird. Hold on, Pisces. So this man is not a bird. This man does not belong in a cage, and he is free to leave that cage, but he has this sad face. He's feeling all trapped, but he can just walk out of that cage and, like, give the cage to the bird. So whenever this is reversed right now, I feel like it's telling me that you are, what you once thought was intrusive, what you once thought was invasive, you can easily say, no, that's not for me. No, I don't have to put up with this. No, I'm not trapped. No, I can leave the situation, you know. And maybe there has been some denial about your feelings because perhaps you really loved this person and you really wanted to make it work. But even if you're involved with someone and you want to stay, I think some boundaries need to be set, and some lines need to be drawn in regards to honoring your feelings. You know, you might have denied these feelings because you loved this person, but by honoring those feelings, it's like a better way to love that person, because you are teaching them how to love you. You are teaching them how to respect you. You are basically training someone else into how you deserve to be treated, right? So by sharing your feelings, by recognizing, by facing your feelings, you are going to free yourself and improve relationships within your life, because your loved one will know what to expect. You know, your loved one will know, oh, I can't cross that line, so you know, never going there again. And I think you'll get clarity on this situation through your dreams, through your sleep. If you are having anxiety, if you are waking up at night, make sure, you know, you get plenty of exercise to wear yourself out so that you're able to sleep. And make sure you turn off your devices. Make sure you take all the precautions you need to rest. And definitely, if I see the Tower reversed with this like dream card, it's like if you don't take the time out for yourself, the universe is gonna send a Tower situation into your life, knock you down, you know, some sort of health thing or unemployment or something like that, just some sort of unexpected change that's going to force you to sleep. So make sure sleep is the top priority right now, because sleep will help you get the best rest that you need to handle the situation in a way. Because if you can't sleep and if you're anxious, then your emotions are going to be distorted, right? They are going to be skewed. And so in order to sort of get clarity on your feelings, plenty of sleep needs to happen, so that, because I feel like dreams like sort through feelings, you know. I mean, they're very like interpretational. So they, you know, if you dream of a bead, then that's a sign of, I don't know what a sign for bead is, but if you dream of a dog, then that's a sign of friendship, of loyalty. So in our dreams, we see all this symbology that helps us piece together our feelings. And so if you are having this anxiety, if you're not getting the proper sleep, then you don't put in the work to your feelings, right? In this last card, we have a woman who is in bed, and in her dream, she sees a dragon, and she sees an angel, she sees a ghost, a phantom, and she sees a cup full of jewels. So really, they can be anything from like the most heavenly images to the most hellish images, right? And your main concern should be to sort through all of that and piece together what is real or what honors your emotions and keeps you from sleepless nights, right? Let's see if I get anything. If you're a male, I definitely see or if you identify in the masculine, these are interchangeable, but if you identify in the divine masculine, then you may be dealing with a woman or a divine feminine. That is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I see that. You may be going through a divorce and getting a new house. I'll get to that, but there may be some custody issues, spying. There's two, like, spying online cards here. And it may be in regards to children, maybe in regards to custody. Oh, this was the new house. Okay, yeah, so that's why it's coming through. Make sure if you do travel to not post your stuff online, not post your business online, because you could have a little, like, someone watching the house when you're gone to, like, steal or something. Let's move on to this one. This intrusive energy, I mean, it might be coming from you. It might be coming from an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And the intrusive energy might be something that was kind of misinterpreted. Like, they had to move this rock. See, they had to move this rock away from the cave to build Stonehenge, to use the rock to make something creative, right? To build something of value, to make an expression. They had to use a resource. And it may have seemed intrusive, but it's like you didn't belong in that cave to begin with. You didn't belong in this bird cage to begin with. You didn't belong in a trapped sense of being. And through this process, through this story, you're going to develop, you're going to find a way to tell this story in a very artful way. Okay. You might find out about a birth through a dream. Thank you for your patience, Pisces. I'm trying to piece this together. Your anxiety might be surrounded by this idea of, I can't relax because if I relax, then something bad's going to happen. But it's like an illusion if that's the case. Like, maybe there's a feeling of always having to be on guard and never being able to relax. I think that's all I have, Pisces. I hope that was a good reading for you. Let me know what hits you got, and I will see you next time. Bye.